Welcome back to Scorpion and Dragon M.P.T. This is your host, Piscean Lore. And today we are finally doing our actual review of Double Dragon Gaiden for the PlayStation 4. I hope you guys have enjoyed the gameplays so far. I did complete the story mode for Billy and Jimmy. And it was fantastic. I can actually go through it again with those two and do the ending A, in which they take the offer from the mayor to join him and help rid the city of criminals in his way or whatever. I decided not to do that for my first playthrough. I wanted to do a true run through for my first gameplay. So that's what we got. This what we're watching now is because this is just a review video. This is just some gameplay with Uncle Mateen and Marion. First time playing with them, so forgive me for my horrible gameplay with them. I'm sure there's some people out there that's really rocking the house with Marion right now because she's really cool. But beyond that, I want to give a solid review of the game because I honestly have fallen in love with this game. I was so withdrawn with it initially. I had no real high hopes for it to be successful, even really. I wanted it to be successful. So I'm of the mindset that they release certain games. Not that they don't do this for all games, but they release certain games as like feelers, testers, right? If this game does well, then we can do more and better after. But it's important for this game to do well in order for more to come later. And that's kind of where I was looking at this game as like it was very important for this game to do well in order for us to get more Double Dragon content, because we haven't seen any really like new Double Dragon content, I feel like, since Double Dragon Neon. Double Dragon 4 I really enjoyed, but it wasn't received exceptionally well. So it's nice to get a breath of fresh air with this franchise, and for me to actually love it as much as I do, it's just like boom bong, you guys hit it out the park. So let me just start by saying that I've been playing Double Dragon my entire life. I was there for the release of Double Dragon 1, and I've been here the entire time. My favorite Double Dragon being Double Dragon 2 for the NES. I was not a huge fan of the Double Dragon games in arcade. I mean, they were really fun. I liked the Double Dragon games in arcade for the arcade experience, but I felt like there were, especially later on, there were just better arcade experiences to be had, and I prefer my Double Dragon. I prefer my Double Dragon at home. So Double Dragon 2 was my favorite. Double Dragon 3, as hard as it was still highly viewed upon in my eyes, even though it's not, exactly the most favorite game amongst the fans. The difficulty seems to really turn a lot of people off. I really enjoyed Double Dragon 4 myself. Now, when I say Double Dragon 4, I mean the 2007 release. Because I did not own a Super Nintendo as a kid, I kind of missed out on that new experience of the Super Double Dragon 4 for the Super Nintendo. I kind of missed out on that. I got to play it a lot later, and I love it. It is a fantastic game. Man, that game is awesome. The battle system in that game is really nice. But I like I said, 2 was my favorite up until Double Dragon Gaiden. Double Dragon Gaiden has become my new favorite Double Dragon game. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now, as you can see, you get to play. They've included that aspect of being able to play with multiple characters, which made Double Dragon 3 so popular to me. The fact that it was the first one you got to play with other characters other than the main two protagonists, Billy and Jimmy Lee. This expands on that, and it also gives us a River City Ransom vibe with the money collection from the defeated foes. I think that's perfect. It was exactly what Double Dragon always needed. I would myself, especially since they're using this animation style, I would love to see some DLC with Kunio-kun from the River City Ransom series. I think he fits perfectly with this. Look at this. Marion's battle mechanic is so different than the Lee brothers, and it definitely took a lot to it's taken a lot to get used to for me after playing so much with them and being so familiar with how they play. I actually forgot that I had another character to play with in this game, in this gameplay you're watching here. I kind of went through the whole thing until she died because I was having such a good time learning her and learning her mechanics. But I love the environments here. I love the battle mechanics. I love the animation. It's so fitting. My best friend King Wintru. King Wintru, it was like he's so put off by the animation style of this, especially coming from Double Dragon Neon. He feel like it does not do the Double Dragon franchise a service for them to look what I would call chibi. But I think it works perfectly. It has that I don't know if you remember the show Cold Monkeys. It kind of comes off kind of Cold Monkey-ish. I love the animation though. I love that. I love the money, like I said, the money aspect where you to purchase new techniques and upgrades. The token aspect of it to unlock new things within the game, encouraging replayability. The coolest aspect to me, though, of the game is that the bosses will change in difficulty depending on who you decide to face first, and I think that's really cool. So, like on my initial play, if you watch my first 6 videos for this series, I started off with the Royals. I moved on to the Okada clan, then the Triangle, and I saved the Killers for last. And the Killers being made last definitely increased the difficulties of the stage, of this particular stage. It extends it and makes the final boss battle ultra difficult, and the same is the same for the rest of the game. So if I was to let the Royals be last, the final conflict against the Royals would be insane, or with the Triangle and Okada clan respectively. And I think that's a really cool thing. I mean, like, it definitely adds to replayability, keeps it fresh, keeps it new, and because they have so many different characters, you can mix and match and have different teams, and it encourages you to want to play through more. And I honestly can't wait to play through more. Like I said, I'm having a really good time with this. It was very cost effective. I'm not a huge fan of the AAA title and AAA title prices. So this was definitely right up my alley with the price point of, I'll say, $23 or something like that. It was perfect. I couldn't ask for a better experience. I like the crowd control. Crowd control is really awesome. It's the only way to replenish your health. You have to group at least a multiple of 3 enemies and KO them all at the same time. You'll notice that I had the opportunity to KO a big group, but I chose to continue to attack them. That broke the KO structure kinda, and it made that particular enemy KO later.
Thank you.
So I didn't get the crowd control. So you gotta really control your combos, be decisive in your movements and your actions, and you'll make a lot of money on this. You make a lot of money and you'll beat a lot of ass, and that's exactly what we're here for, right? We're here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and we are all out of bubblegum. No, it's like I said, I'm really enjoying this game. And I will, I'll be playing more. Let me know if you want me to upload more. If you want to see the unlocked characters, and see if the stories differ a little bit as far as dialogue, if anything. That might be a lot of fun if that's the case, and I would love to do it. I hope you guys have enjoyed the series so far, and I've definitely enjoyed playing it for you. And if you want to see more, leave me some comments, let me know, and I'll do that. But until next time, enjoy the rest of this gameplay. This is my review of Double Dragon Gaiden. I'll give it a 2 thumbs up. Can I give it 10 out of 10? You know what? I can honestly give this game 10 out of 10. There is nothing wrong with this game. Well, 9 out of 10. My issue with this game, if there's any, it is very easy for you to get caught in the enemy's combo. And when that happens, it's impossible to escape, and that definitely adds a level of frustration. But it's not enough for me to like blemish the game at all. So I'm very tempted to give it a perfect score, but 9 out of 10 is just fine. I mean, I'm really looking forward to DLC, and that's really all I got for you. So enjoy the rest of the video. I'm your host, Piscean Lord, and this is Scorpion Dragon M.P.T, and I will check you out next time. Peace out, y'all.
Ooh.